Hey guys, Mrs. Goodman here. I wanted to show you what you need to do for this week. If you go to assignments, sorry, I'm not in the right place, courses. If you go to assignments, you'll see an assignment that's due Friday. This is week 3 of e-learning, but it's week 1 of this new project. So for week 1 of this new project, I've made an assignment, and it's basically 2 different things you need to do. For step 1, you need to learn about the artist. We're studying Andy Goldsworthy. You also need to make a digital work of art in his style. And I'll show you how to do that later in this video. So here for step 1, learn about the artist. I would actually recommend watching the YouTube videos first because they're just giving you kind of a crash course in the artist. There are 6 videos about the artist that I found on YouTube. There's also a video at the bottom that I made related to next week's assignment. You can just ignore that for now. If you watch these videos, you'll get a quick overview of what his style is. I'm going to go back here to the assignment. After you watch the YouTube videos, you can go to the Google Slideshow. I want to show you here where it says optional. You could watch a documentary about Andy Goldsworthy for free on Amazon Prime. This is completely optional. It's 90 minutes long. It's called Rivers and Tides. It's a little slow, but it's fascinating. You'll get to see him working in several different environments on several different sculptures. But there's a Google Slideshow here. This forces you to make a copy. It's kind of a large file, so it may take a minute to load. If you get an error the first time you try again. I got an error. I clicked a second time and it worked just fine. This Google Slideshow gives you an overview of the artist. The first slide is a short biography. He's from Scotland. It's part of the United Kingdom, which is the island in Europe that consists of Great Britain and Scotland. Still living. He's considered to be a sculptor, which means he works 3-dimensionally. He works outside often, although he sometimes works in his studio, which you'll see in some of those videos. He loves working with nature objects. His works are often not permanent. Sometimes they are, but it's really about the photograph capturing the work of art because sometimes they disintegrate over time or disappear right away. The following slides show you some of his artworks. He loves to work with stones. He also loves leaves. Again, these are all works of art he made and photographed. He loves sticks. He doesn't use any adhesive. Sometimes he uses nails. Sometimes he alters the materials, but it's always in a natural way. These sticks were actually burned to get that darker color. This one he actually shows in the documentary, Rivers and Tides, and you can see he makes it and it just kind of rolls down the river. He also loves working with ice, which is actually featured a lot in the Rivers and Tides documentary on Amazon Prime. There's actually a trailer for that in the YouTube playlist. When he works with ice, he uses water to connect the ice. Now he loves these 4 themes, so I want you to start thinking about creating in this same theme. He loves a spiral. This one was made of flower petals. You could find these everywhere now on those blossoming trees. He also loves the circle. He often uses what he calls a black hole, which is just an open space in the center. He loves the wave as one of his themes. He also loves arches. Now you'll be creating a digital work of art for the second portion of this week's assignment. And you can do that right on this Slideshow. I have set this up so you could drag and drop leaves, stones, or sticks onto the various backgrounds. The instructions say, Drag and drop the leaves, stones, and sticks onto the backgrounds. You can zoom out a little if you can't see the leaves or stones or sticks. Practice making one. You only have to make one. You could choose to work with leaves on this leaf background. They'll show up because of the contrasting colors. You could also choose to work on the stone background with the leaves. You could create a digital design on this mossy forest floor with leaves. If you prefer sticks and stones, you could work on this leaf background, the stone or pebble background, or the mossy background. Now when you finish this, you can just screenshot your design and submit that for this weekly assignment. Again, it's just to get you to practice working in his style. Now if you don't have any ideas, you could actually pick something that you saw in the slide share. Maybe I want to try arranging stones in a spiral like this one. So I'm going to go back down to the digital creation slides, and I think I want to work with stone on leaves. So again, zoom out a little if you can't see them. The sticks and stones are off to the side and you can just click and drag them. So maybe I like this large stone. I want to drag that over. You can actually make it smaller if you want to by clicking from the corner. You can actually rotate it if you can with your nimble fingers by clicking on that little blue dot. Actually going to put another stone here. I noticed in the videos he actually had some stone sculptures where the spiral started straight, and you can arrange those and bring that forward if you want to. You can actually click and bring something to the front. Oops, I think I moved that one. You can actually duplicate as well. So maybe I'm going to turn this into a spiral. Oops. I'm going to click out of that motion. I didn't want to do that. So I'm just avoiding the sticks. I'm just using these rocks to make a spiral, these stones. It doesn't really look like a spiral yet, but I actually could select multiple, copy and paste. I'm going to drag this one over. I like the shape of that, but it's a little large. So I'm going to make it smaller by clicking and shrinking that down. I need to start making this into a spiral. So I'm going to click on this and rotate that corner. Oh my gosh, my fingers. If you get impatient, just breathe and try again. I'm having a hard time rotating that. There we go. I'll just start curving a little so it makes a bit of a spiral. I think I'm going to drag this one over. And you'll get faster over time. There's a little learning curve to kind of getting the feel for it. You guys will probably be better. You're better at the iPads than I am. So again, I'm trying to make this into a spiral. So I'm going to start bringing some smaller rocks over. This one I like the shape of, although it's a little bit big, so I'll shrink that down. And I don't know that that's really going to be big enough yet, so I'm going to move these. Again, it takes patience. I'm going to put another little stone in there. I like the shape of this rock, so I'm going to use that, but shrink it down. And I'll probably have to rotate that one too. I'm not very good at rotating. That's my struggle. I'm going to keep dragging these over in hopes of making a spiral. This is really rough. I would probably spend more time on that, but it's something. Maybe I decide I want to move this stone. Again, rotating is not easy for me. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I'll stop there. But you could screen capture this and just simply turn it into the assignment. So when I'm finished, I'll screenshot that. And then you just turn it in here to the assignment. So far, I have none submitted, obviously, because you just got this assignment. But you can just submit a picture of that digital design you made. Now, here are some that I made for practice. I made one with leaves. I made one with sticks. I made a better spiral with stones there, but I spent a lot more time on that. You can choose to make a spiral, a circle, a wave, or an arch. These are all circle designs. That's all you need to do for this week's assignment. Watch those videos, view the slideshow, and make a digital work of art. Screenshot your digital work of art and turn it into this assignment.